We have had enough of Taylor Swift for now.
She shouldn't be liberal. She should be a total conservative, given everything.
The Pentagon PSYOP unit pitched NATO on turning Taylor Swift into an asset.
Donald Trump's relationship with the most famous and popular artist in the world in Taylor Swift has only gotten stranger and much, much worse for Trump over the past couple of weeks, as we have all been anxiously awaiting an endorsement of Kamala Harris by Taylor Swift, or some sort of statement of opposition to Donald Trump. But it seems like we do not have to wait any longer, because Taylor Swift just gave her clearest stance or clearest position on this race, on her opposition to Donald Trump, that we have seen so far. And it is leading Donald Trump, as expected, to absolutely spiral. Because last night at the Kansas City Chiefs game, where Taylor Swift was showing up to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, which really drives MAGA crazy, she made a statement about Trump that requires a little bit of context, but is surely going to continue to enrage MAGA. So before we get into that context, and before we get into the rest of this story, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, it really goes a long way in supporting this channel. Now let's get into the first important bit of context of the statement that Taylor Swift made on Donald Trump by talking about someone else who was in the box last night with her at this Kansas City Chiefs game, Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes. Trump thanks beautiful Brittany Mahomes for support after Instagram controversy. Brittany Mahomes seemingly supported Donald Trump, and he returned the favor on Wednesday. The former president thanked the wife of Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes for her support after she liked an Instagram post from Trump in August. "I want to thank beautiful Brittany Mahomes for so strongly defending me, and the fact that MAGA is the greatest and most powerful political movement in the history of our now failing country not true." Trump posted on Truth Social late Wednesday morning with crime and illegal immigration totally out of control, inflation ravaging all America, in a world that is laughing at all the stupidity of our hapless leaders. It is nice to see someone who loves our country and wants to save it from doom. What a great couple. See you both at the Super Bowl. Brittany Mahomes caught flack last month after she liked a post from the Republican Party nominee titled "The 2024 GOP Platform," which included controversial topics, including deportation. So as you may know if you follow football or you follow Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in a superstar relationship right now. And because of that, Taylor is at a lot of the Chiefs game. And the person that she has been spending most of her time with, if it is not Travis's mom, Donna Kelce, it is Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes. They have been seen out together a lot. They seem to be very good friends. But of course, Brittany's support for Donald Trump is something that I would guess Taylor was not supportive of, and she made that very, very clear at the game. And I want to get into that right here. Taylor Swift literally distances herself from Trump, supporting bestie Brittany Mahomes. Taylor Swift was spotted seated separately from bestie Brittany Mahomes at Thursday's Kansas City Chiefs game after the white wife of quarterback Patrick Mahomes came out in support of ex-President Donald Trump. Brittany Mahomes had been a frequent companion of Swift's since she began dating Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. And the two typically sat together at the same suite at games, but Mahomes found herself in hot water with some Swift fans and potentially Swifted herself after she liked a post from Donald Trump's Instagram account that outlined his plan to make America great again, which including 20-line items such as keeping men out of women's sports and cutting federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory. The backlash to Mahomes' support was swift, pun intended, with Twitter users wondering how people with kids would still vote for a known child rapist and felon guess. People like Brittany Mahomes prefer the tax breaks over child safety. Mahomes fired back amid the online fervor over her presumptive support of Trump when she wrote in a post to Instagram, "I mean, honestly, to be a hater as an adult, you have to have some deep-rooted issues you refuse to heal from childhood. there's no reason your brain is fully developed and you hate to see others doing well. She didn't provide further context for who the statement was directed at the time, but considering the fallout, she was likely trying to defend herself from detractors after liking the post Moms did ultimately unlike the post and is not following the former president on Instagram anymore. But none of that stopped Trump from expressing his appreciation for Brittany Mahomes earlier this week, writing on Truth Social. I want to thank the beautiful Brittany Mahomes for strongly defending me. Swift has not come out in support of any candidate so far in the 2024 presidential race, but has criticized Trump in the past for stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism. However, she notably did not publicly object after Trump posted AI-generated images using Swift's likeness in the fake Swifties for Trump post on Truth Social last month. Whether or not Mahomes and Swift are experiencing a fissure in their relationship isn't entirely clear, but as the two went from spending past Chiefs games dancing, cheering, and hugging it out to now sitting in SEP suites all together, it's safe to say there may be trouble in paradise. So this public action against Trump and his MAGA supporters obviously has him spiraling, because Taylor Swift's power of her endorsement is just so incredible. And it is not just Trump who is upset, but we know that MAGA cannot stand the relationship between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. For some reason, the Party of Freedom can't help but want to meddle in the relationship between two adults. I just don't get it. But it is clear how much drives them crazy in this compilation of how angry Fox News is right here.
We have had enough of Taylor Swift for now.
She shouldn't be liberal. She should be a total conservative, given everything.
The Pentagon PSYOP unit pitched NATO on turning Taylor Swift into an asset.
She shouldn't be liberal. She should be a total conservative, given everything.
I think she should just stick to her singing and let her love life be what it is. A new poll shows 18% of voters are likely to vote for whichever candidate Taylor Swift endorses.
A single post of hers led to 35,000 new registrants. That's arguably more power than the president.
Biden effectively has Taylor Swift as his VP.
She's sharing links. And her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, sponsored by Pfizer.
For telling Taylor Swift to stay out of politics because she posted a link to register voters, being mad that she registered 30,000 new people to vote is ridiculous. Isn't that what democracy is about? Letting people exercise their voice, engage in our politics being mad at, that is really just telling on yourself that you do not want people to be a part of our democratic process again. No surprise from the Fox propaganda outlet that they don't want Taylor Swift's audience of primarily younger women, well, really an audience of all demographics, but I am certain that her new voters that she registered were primarily younger people that de-MAGA crazy. Because they know those are people who want to protect their freedoms and are showing up to vote against Donald Trump. But it's not the only time that Fox has lashed out at Taylor Swift in just the most hypocritical way. They did so right here as well.
And if we're going to pay that much money as consumers, you don't need to serve up politics for that. It's divided us as such a nation. Why can't you go to a concert without that? She can vote any kind of way she wants. She can talk about it off stage. But when people pay to see you, just perform. And by the way, I mean, this is just my take on that picture. If you're a backup dancer, why are you in a suit? I mean, you can see that that's a blazer and those are pants.
Like a guy.
That's whoever it is wearing a suit. And I don't know, maybe is there a song where she sings, I went to the corporate office? Like, I don't know.
I know MAGA doesn't have celebrities because I don't really know what famous or popular people would want to attach themselves to that movement Earth. But I don't remember Harris Fowler saying anything about Kid Rock. Even though I don't know if we can call him a celebrity at this point, but performing at the RNC, they didn't say anything about Hulk Hogan. Again, not sure he rises to the level of celebrity. Still, it is no longer 1980. But when did you complain there? And they were just pushing partisan politics, supporting Donald Trump. Taylor Swift is just registering people to vote. What's wrong with that? Advocating on behalf of LGBTQIA issues. What's wrong with that being an ally What's wrong with that? MAGA, well, we know it very much upsets them, and it really upsets Donald Trump. Clearly, he is really rattled by Taylor Swift's upcoming endorsement of Kamala Harris. We now see a little bit of pushback that she's finally giving. But Donald Trump tried to, I guess, get ahead of that endorsement by posting this weird image on Truth Social. Trump posting an image of Swift pretending that she gave him his endorsement. But in fact, this was just weird. AI-generated nonsense. Now, Trump was actually asked about this, and surprisingly, it was by a Fox reporter, real shocked that they were trying to do real journalism. But I think it is important to hear his answer, because I don't think Donald Trump, as much as he did post this image himself, I don't think he understands how AI works and the rules and regulations around it. Because he said this.
In the meantime, I also asked the former president about a bit of a controversy on the internet. He posted some images of Taylor Swift that were AI generated, and then the internet was all abuzz that Trump's going to get sued over those images. Listen to this. Are you worried you're going to get sued? Are you worried that Taylor Swift is going to sue you?
I don't know anything about them other than somebody else generated them. I didn't generate them. Somebody came out. They said, oh, look at this. These were all made up by other people. AI is always very dangerous in that way. It's happening with me, too. They're having me speak. I speak perfectly. I mean, absolutely perfectly on AI. And I'm like endorsing other products and things. It's a little bit dangerous out there.
I've said this before, but it's a clear tell from Trump that he doesn't know what he's talking about on a subject when he asserts himself as the best about it, saying, I'm the best on AI. I know so much about AI, you don't clearly not. And he said he's been so good on AI, I am unsure what he means there, and I think he's probably unsure what he means there. But again, so rattled by Taylor Swift's upcoming endorsement, and already the times that she has spoken out against him, that he really just can't handle it. And we are going to be the first ones, I'm sure, to break that endorsement of Taylor of Cam Hears from Taylor Swift when it eventually happens. But until then, I am always going to be talking about the ways in which she is opposing Donald Trump. But if you want to stay up to date on those, as always, you can hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. You can drop a blue heart if you stuck around to the end. And until next time, I'll see you soon.